Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to peel back the mask of one of the most famous villains in all of history to really understand the man, the monster, and of course, the myth. I mean, even if you've never seen a Star Wars film, you know this silhouette, right? That shiny black helmet, the sound of that rhythmic, mechanical breathing. It's an image that has basically become shorthand for evil in the movies for decades now. So let's start where the world first met him, as this imposing, totally mysterious enforcer for the evil galactic empire. When we first see him, he is just this pure, unstoppable force of nature. His one and only mission is to crush the rebellion by getting back those stolen Death Star plans. And we see just how brutal he can be when he captures and interrogates Princess Leia, really cementing his role as the Emperor's most feared weapon. But here's the thing. Creating this icon involved a level of secrecy that honestly would make the Empire proud, especially when it came to one of the greatest twists in movie history. So how did they do it? How did the filmmakers protect what is, let's be honest, probably the biggest twist in movie history? How did they stop that huge secret from getting out? Well, they used a really clever bit of misdirection. On set, David Prowse, the actor inside the suit, was actually given a completely different line to read. The real, jaw-dropping dialogue was kept from him, and believe it or not, most of the crew. And this extreme secrecy, it was a very deliberate strategy. See, the filmmakers were apparently worried that Prowse, who had a bit of a reputation for accidentally letting plot details slip, might spoil the surprise. And you know what? Their plan worked perfectly, preserving one of the most shocking moments in film history for all of us. The power of that voice is just so iconic that it has literally been digitally preserved. A company called Respeecher recreated it for recent shows after the original voice actors signed over the rights. This pretty much ensures that menacing tone lives on forever, a chilling reminder of the man behind the mask. Okay, now we need to get to the real heart of the story, the hero's fall. Because before he was a villain, he was supposed to be a savior, and his story is a genuine tragedy. You see, his fall wasn't just one bad choice. It was this tragic domino effect. He starts out as the chosen one from a Jedi prophecy. But fear and desperation, they made him vulnerable. The future Emperor, Palpatine, swoops in and tempts him, saying the dark side could save his wife, Padme. And that leads him to the ultimate betrayal, leading a massacre at the Jedi Temple. His transformation is finally complete after a brutal duel leaves him for dead, and his body is rebuilt inside that black armor that would come to define him. And the final absolutely devastating blow comes after he's already given up everything. When he asks if Padme is safe, his new master lies right to his face, telling him that he killed her in his rage. In that one moment, the entire reason he turned to the dark side is just gone. It leaves him with nothing but anguish, and it cements his new identity completely.
But you know, the films are really only part of the story. Other media, like books and comics, have explored the deep, psychological conflict just raging inside that suit.
On screen, he's mostly shown as the Emperor's loyal, unquestioning apprentice. But in books like Shadows of the Empire and the Marvel comics, you get a much more complex character. They show us a man who's haunted by his past as Anakin, who's deeply conflicted about turning his own son to the dark side, and who knows, deep down, that there is still some good left in him.
And in video games, Vader is often the ultimate test. He's the final boss you have to face in games like the Force Unleashed series, and his brief, absolutely terrifying appearance in Jedi Fallen Order is legendary with fans. But of course, some games let you wield that power yourself and actually play as him. His impact has stretched so far beyond that galaxy far, far away. It's actually embedded itself into our own world in some truly surprising ways.
I mean, his influence is so widespread that it's reached into science and comedy. Get this, scientists have named both a slime mold beetle and a species of louse after him. Hot Wheels even built a full-size, drivable car inspired by his helmet. And of course, on the parody side, he was immortalized as the clumsy dark helmet in the classic comedy Spaceballs. It's just so clear how deeply this character has seeped into our collective consciousness. He's gone way beyond the screen to become this timeless symbol of power, of tragedy, and that eternal struggle between the light and the dark. So, I guess the ultimate question is this. Once you see all the different layers, the fallen hero, the ruthless enforcer, the conflicted father, and the cultural icon, how do you see one of fiction's most complex characters? Is he a monster? A victim? Or is he simply a legend?